Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday live from Lancashire today. And this week's frequently asked question has come from a number of organisations who are actually looking through mental health and wellbeing week. It's very prevalent right now, but it should be prevalent all the time to make sure that the culture within your organisation is really, positive, the behaviour, the communication and every element. So what makes a toxic work environment, a lot of people are saying? Well, it's negative, antagonistic or bullying behaviour, and it's actually inbred in the very culture of your business. So it's really important that you look at your culture of your organisation and really look, is that toxic or is that a positive environment? It can be where employees are stressed, communication's limited, there's a blame culture and it may be rife within your organisation, or people are rewarded not correctly, say if it's tactically or explicitly, for unethical or harmful, nasty attitudes. A lot of, when you look at, when you have children, if you reward people for not being great, then it actually breeds more being great attitudes, which is not helpful at all, and actions that breed from it. So what else is there? Well, it's poor communication, which is lack of, or weak communication, or passive aggressive, or different messages to different people, but it's lack of clarity, and it's really negative communication. Do you always focus on what somebody's done wrong, or do you focus on what they've done right and actually help them to achieve their best working self and their best self within your organisation? Maybe you've got cliques or exclusion or gossipy behaviour. How can you get rid of that? Well, it's being clear with your ethics, values, mission and vision, and making sure that you have a very positive and a no tolerance to any behaviour that's not in your remit. Maybe it's bad leadership. Now that's a difficult one for a lot of employees. If your leader's not great, then how do you deal with that? Well, a lot of people deal with it by using their feet and walking out, but have a look at that. Have a look at your leadership. Are you positive, or are you aggressive, or how do you handle situations? And if you're not motivating your co-workers regularly, what do you do to motivate and help and support them? If they're going through a tough time, how do you actually handle that? Maybe you've got a culture that's got stifled growth. Are you growing as a leader, or is your employees growing as employees? Have they got potential to grow in your business? Because if you're not growing, it's dead or stale. Rapid employee turnover is another issue. If you've got lots of people you're constantly re-employing, and people are complaining that we've got a staffing crisis. Why can't we actually look after our teams and retain them? And no work-life balance. That's something that I'm really passionate about having your hashtag TFM, which is time for me, meetings. It's really important to put them in your diary for your staff, for yourselves and everybody in your organisation, and make sure they take time out, because life can be so busy. You can be running at full speed ahead, but if you're not taking your time out, you're actually going to burn out, and that's not healthy at all. So let's just look at it and make sure that you have a real clear, conscious working relationship with the rest of your team. Make sure that you're constantly having groups and in groups and looking to make positive inroads into your organisation, and look at positive mindsets, and have some exercises that you do with your team. Constantly have that open communication and have it as an organisational norm and practices, and really exceed all expectations. And I know times get tough. I know your business is tough, sometimes, but you've got to really think, with a great team, great positive environment, mentally health and well-being positive team, you're going to fly, and they're going to do everything possible to help and support you. And I know you might get the odd bad egg in your organisation, but that's okay. Just see how you can actually work with regard to that, and speak to HR or your legal representation. I hope that's helped, and happy Friday everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.